Hello friends, let this month of November bring a lot of cheers in your life. I have been asked to answer some specific questions on the stars. The first question is about Ashwini. Okay, going before that, look up the night sky. Countless stars will delight and fascinate you. The most beautiful object in the night time sky, particularly during Purnami days, is the moon. It has always captivated the hearts and minds of ancient Indians. So they watched the moon to travel through the glistening circle of stars every 27 days. There is a cycle. Moon starts again with the same star after 27 days. That is what they have observed. So the Indians, like many other ancient cultures, developed 27 constellations. They conceived of these heavenly lights as repositories of the powers of gods. You know about our Indian astrology, it is called Vedic astrology. It has become quite popular throughout the world today. The true heart of this astrology, its original core, is the 27 stars. Why 27? There is 28 star is also there, that is called Abhijit, but for calculation purposes only 27 stars. To interpret their meaning, the most important thing to have is a deep and lucid understanding of the gods that empower them. We should know, even though the astrology talks about stars being ruled by planets, that is for interpretation purposes, but actually stars are being ruled by gods. So before dividing into this exciting topic, let us go into a sort of shall I call it a long-standing misconception about the 27 stars, because they are permanently linked with certain zodiac signs. The 12 zodiac signs are based on the movement of the sun, which we measure by observing its solstices and equinoxes. The 27 constellations are based on the movement of the moon, which we measure by observing it moving through the stars. These different ways of measuring space don't stay aligned to one another. They slowly but constantly change their orientation to one another. So there is no permanent relationship between the stars and the signs. Indians know this since antiquity. Books written by them at different points in history acknowledge different stars as being the first by virtue of rising with the equinox. The Puranas note that the Big Dipper gradually changes its orientation to the horizon. Surya Siddhanta explicitly states that the equinox moves in relation to the stars. A clear distinction between stars and tropical signs are made throughout the Sanskrit literature. Although ancient Indians were well aware of the fundamental difference between signs and stars, it became confused in the post-classical era of Indian astrology. Over the last several centuries, they fused the two, creating the misconception that the 12 signs are stellar and that the 27 stars are some sort of secondary, awkward subdivision of them. No, at least while you are reading, while you are listening to me, you can forget this misconception, and whatever you might have learned about the 27 stars, that explains them as if they were subdivisions of zodiac signs, you can just forget about it. Since there is no permanent relation between stars and signs, the meaning of the stars has nothing to do with the signs they temporarily coincide with for the sake of interpretations. So, to understand the stars, you must understand the gods. The easiest way to deeply and clearly understand the 27 Vedic stars is to deeply and clearly understand the Vedic gods that empower them. That is a big task, but if we let the name and symbol of each star focus our attention on specific aspects of the gods, we will, in the course of a single lecture for each star, be able to communicate a very effective and significant intimacy with these ancient stars. To start with, Ashwini. Ashwini, we can call it as a beautiful stallion.